without you. Without you. Yo, yo, yo. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to you all. Am I late, bro? Telat gak, Bang? Gak, Bang. Mantap, Bang. Tidak telat, Bang. Bentar, suaranya masuk gak nih? There's my voice in the stream, guys. Mantap, Bang. Okay. It's in the stream. But you know I see it takes. Don't you know I see it takes. Yeah, I'm waiting for the someone to come join the stream first, and then I was gonna start, like explaining all of this. Like I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for someone to join. Yes, oke Bang. Terima kasih Bang. Tapi kok koren-korennya nol ya? Nah. And don't you know how sweet it tastes? And don't you know how sweet it tastes? Wait, why can't I access my stories? I'll change my account first. When... Betul. Yes, Bang. Okay. I think I gotta change my theme, assault theme. Yes, I think it looks so dull in the stream. I think I might change the look first to get like to be more enjoyable, more aesthetic on streams. I think this good. I think this one also good. This one may be good. Sure. I think this way too bright. The orange. Nah. This is blinding. Let's see what we got here. No, I think I need more light background. Wait, this could actually work. The one with the lime green oil. Wait. Whoa. Nah, maybe this. No. Lime green. Hello, bro. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. I'm just changing the theme first before explaining all this, just so you get like some aesthetic view. I think I should just need maybe in this one. I don't know. Definitely not like like not this one. It's blinding. Man, I'm gonna stuck with this one. Okay. Okay, let's go. So today on the streams, I'm gonna talk about how I made the New Jeans Supernatural City Pop remix that currently reaches 1 million views. Yeah, clap your hands, guys. Clap your hands. 1 million stream views. Yeah, 1 million views. Woo. So actually, this project is like it started from two people ideas. Shout out to Emily that helped me create this remix. Shout out to that. Shout out to her. So initially, this project was like I'm trying to make a new jeans remix, and then I contact Emily. Like so. I tell her like, hey, do you want to like collaborate while working on this project? And then she said, yeah. And then it goes from there, and then this remix happened. So it's just that simple conversations. So let's start it. So what I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna like start this. Like it's the instrumental first, and then I'm gonna go through like every section of this part of this part. So let's begin. Yeah, that's I get so much track in this remix. you had a producer course before? Nah, I learned it for myself, like independently, not any like education or something. I just learned it from YouTube. Thank you for taking the time to receive. Yeah. That I just like a couple hours ago, I was just like listening to watching my last stream, and then one half an hour there's no my voice in there. That's why I had to restream this. So yeah, that's the whole instrumental first. It's pretty, like it's pretty simple and modern, not so, like 80s. Which it's still 80s, but I put it some modern style, like the kick, the drum, the synths. It's all, like a modern type sounds. So the first part, I'm gonna explain the intro. This intro, I had a vision, like I want the intro, like to be more the only one instrumentals, like angelic pad, and then after when it goes going to after like after the intro, I want to be more like impactful on the drums. So that's why I put so little instruments on the intro. It's this one. It has only one instrument. I'm using ReFX Nexus. It actually sounds different with the like the release version, because back then I was working with my old PC, my old laptop, and then I transferred the project to this PC, and then I lost all my presets, and then I tried to like remember what preset that I use, and this one, I think this preset is almost close with the my release version on the YouTube. So this intro, I'm using like a simple progression. I'm using the second for the first and second bar, and loop twice, and loop it twice, and then after that it will go to bar 7 or bar 5th, and then bar 7. And then it goes to drums. I actually want to add in like vocals, like a cue focus, like 1, 2, 3, go. But I forgot to add it. So on this second intro part, I'm using like I'm gonna explain the drum first. So for the drum, it consists like kick, and then add some snares. So initially, this project is inspired by Plastic Love by Maria Takeuchi. So that's why it has similar vibe or similar tone. So that's why it has that, like magic, as you can say. I'm using open hi-hat. So this is a direct, direct references to the plastic love at the end of the bar. You can actually hear it. This is the direct references from the plastic love. And then I layer again with the open hi-hat. I think it's not open hi-hat, but I think it's a shaker, but the samples, the name of the samples, it's a hi-hat open, but it sounds more like shakers, or tambourine. But okay, I think it's a tambourine. And then I add another, to fill the mix of the drums, I add a percussion loops. And then I add another percussion loop. These two, these two loops, it's not sound the same, but it has like a different frequencies. For example, this one, it has some soft and light percussions. Meanwhile, and this one, it has like a more like a very like a very fast and rich percussion. So when you combine it, it complements each other. So that's the percussions, and then I'm adding some add some toms in here. So yeah, that's the drum part, and then I add another like a tambourine just to support the my tambourine loops in my tambourine, like rhythm. And then moving on, I'm gonna start with the chords first. I think the chord is in C minor. Yeah. Yeah, it's in C minor. Yeah, it's in C minor. It's in C minor, and then it's like it has very simple rhythm, or you can say progression, because this one I'm making like this section, it has the same connection with this section. So but this I'm gonna call it this A section, and then this B section, and then this C section, and then this D section. So when I'm writing this like chords, I'm always try to like make sure my A section is the same vibe as the C section, because the P and D, it should be complement, or more like it should be complement with the previous section. For example, this one. So it has like sound like a initial chord is just to like that's a starting chords, as you can say, or you can say starting chords. And then this one is the follow up chords from the starting chords. And then let's back again on the starting chord. Starting chords. And then this D section, A B C D, A B C D section, I'm always aiming to like every progression that I made is always N, and somehow it has to be connected with the A section. Yeah, it must somehow connected to the A section. I think this part like a very important, because it has to be connected with the this one. But if I'm ending like the chords with this one, like for example, it sounds like like, so it's almost sound the same with this one. It has the same vibe, but it doesn't connect really well with the this one. So I had to make another like this chord to create like a bridge to the first section. So and then I'm using like a piano, like from Contact 7. This project I'm still using Contact 7. This one I'm using hybrid keys. And then the second one I'm using, yeah, this one, Regen Light Neon. It's a unique it's a unique plugin because it's using like a generate, like you can generate a presets, like a custom preset for you depending on how much do you want. Like for example, I'm gonna explain it to you. Like, just a second, my PC is lagging. Okay, this one. Good day, Mr. Prasty. Yeah, good day to you. Don't punchy. Don't. Yeah, I think I pronounced it right. So this one, for example, if generating, like a new preset for me, I'm just adding like drag this this button, this these dots, this circle. Maybe if I want to be more like texture but with the modulation, I'm gonna put it in here, and then I just try to push the like this generate button. For example, I'm pushing this once, and then I'm gonna play it. I think I'm like add pushing another button, this one. Yeah, I like this one. So that's the plugin basically. Like a generate, you can generate like some custom preset for you, depending on how much or how what sounds do you want to be like. You didn't know it is I think that's it. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, man. And then I'm using like a guitar from Restrat. It's just simple rhythm, guitar rhythm, and then this is my signature sounds of this project. I'm using context. Where's my contact? This one. I'm using contact 7 ignition keys. I think I'm like I mess around with the knobs a little bit. I think put more lo-fi in here. And then I'm adding some, I don't know how you call it, but for me I think it's like a FM piano key. I think it's that sound. It's the same from contact. And then I think, yeah, that's it. That's the intro from the this intro in the instrument of this intro part. And then moving on to the bass line, I think I'm using, it's pretty good. I'm using two bass line. Like I'm basically using two bass, type bass to on one bass line. I think this one I'm using like a like a slap bass line. So a slap bass, and then the second one I'm using like a some basic electric bass. It's all manual. I'm not recording anything from the real instruments. And then I think that's from the baseline. And then let's moving on to the samples. I'm using like maybe using this one. You could hear it on almost like 80% of my remixes, because I like this, I like this samples a lot. That's why I'm using it so many times. Like I'm always using this because like it has a great like a function, like you could say, because without this it sounds very like very bland, or very like the mixes not very white. I'm gonna show you the examples. that's the that's not using the samples, but how about we using the samples? It sounds like this. Sounds so different, right? That's why I'm using it a lot on my projects. So I think lastly, I'm using like I'm like adding the from Supernatural's melody. So yeah, that's the Supernatural. But on the Supernatural, they're using like a that that oh I forgot the Supernatural, but I think it's vocal chops. So yeah, I think that's the intro part, and then moving on to the verse. Yeah, right. That guitar really makes some like a fair big difference. So on this verse, I'm taking like a little bit different with the intro, because I'm creating like I want to make the verse to be more like spacious while it's still maintaining the upbeat or like the groove. So that's why I'm using like a different kick pattern. That's why these notes I'm using this also as always. And then the second, I'm not using the kick on this one, and then the third one, I'm not using the kick, but on the fourth, I'm like like forwarding a bit on the kick, and then so on, and then so on and so on. I'm always trying to create the space between the kick and the melodies. So yeah, that's the bass line, and then for the drums. It still has the same, like the rhythm with the intro, but the difference is on the last part, on the last bar, I think. Yeah, it's on the last bar. It has no like a four type beats, at four type, like a 4x4 hits. Like it doesn't have that. And then I'm using the same snare. So that's the drums. It's only consists that the instruments, and then moving on to the chords. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm also adding shakers. So yeah, and then let's moving on to the chords. So for this first part, like the first and second part, I want to be more like like a dark, like low, like chords, emotional chords. So just to get the like that feeling, that low feelings. So I had to make a longer chords between the notes. For example, this one, like it take 2 bars. This one. Or you could add some notes in here, like This one. So you could add some like notes to make it more dark, but I'm not adding it that way because that's gonna become the vibe's gonna be too dark. I'm just freestyling. Okay, that's the chords, and then I'm using the same instruments, piano, and then that generated presets, and then some pads. So, oh no, it's the ignition key. This one, the ignition keys. And then I'm using some FM piano. And then I wrote the guitar. I put some guitar in here. Okay. And then I'm using some, like little sample. I think it doesn't make sense when you play it like individually like this, but when you play all of them together, it will sound like make more sense because this one will helps like to build the atmosphere. For example, this one. It doesn't take it doesn't sound much different, but it helps build the like the vibes on the atmospheres. And then let's moving on the pre-chorus. So yeah, on this pre-chorus, I think the differences, the tensions a little bit more high than the previous ones because like as you can see, the spaces between the notes are also different because like there's a slide notes on here. So it's pretty different, yeah. So I want to like my production is always like the intro or it's always high, and then when the back in first, I want to make the tension of the songs to be more like chill, to be more down, and then it will build up to the pre-chorus, and then it will build up to chorus. So when the chorus hits, the tension will be like like hit so hard. That's my like my sauce, my production sauce. I always put the tension between like in the section of the songs. And then I'm using a different progression on this one, yeah. Yeah, I'm just freestyling. That's the chords for the pre-chorus, and then I'm using some guitar samples. This is some basic rhythm guitar rhythm sounds. And then I'm adding some percussion in this part. It has a triangle and cowbell, and then some trombone. So yeah, that's the percussion and some instrument trumpet trombone instruments, and yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I forgot the focus. Let's address the elephant in the room. So yeah, that's the elephant in the room. So let's address that. You know, like my remixes always, I'm not the type of producer that like makes some simple remix and then boom, done. No, but I always want to like elevate every part of the like the original, the essence of the original. I want to enhance every part of the vocals, the instruments. I want to make it like more different. So that's why I'm thinking about how about I add or modify the vocals, because the initial, it doesn't have that second vocals like this. The initial one, it only has this sound. So I'm cutting these, like these vocals. I'm cutting these vocals, and then I put it down to the melodyne, and then try to like mess it up with, like this one, for example. Where's my melodyne? This one, melodyne. I think, yeah, this one. Yeah, I put my melodyne here, and then I drag this into this one, for example. You got to record it first and then transfer, like how the melodynes work, and then can I put my in here? Okay, but I don't know how it's not loading, but anyway, I'm using Melodyne to to make this. It's also this one, so I want to emphasize, like every like focus, because my feelings getting deeper. I want to emphasize, like the getting deeper parts. So that's why I chop it up and then try to make a second vocal, like a background vocals. And also this one. So that's, I'm making it like I want to emphasize that words, so I had to make some adjustment to the vocals. So that's the pre-chorus part, and then let's moving on to the chorus part, the main attractions. So yeah, that's the chorus part. So let's see. I think the chorus part is pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. It has the same element with the intro. I think the only the drum is pretty much the same. It has the same rhythm and the pattern. It also has the same instruments. The bass line is also the same. It's pattern 30 and pattern 41, and then it has the same. The second one, I think the only differences is on the last part. So yeah, that's different. That's just some bass fill. And then for the chords, it has the same. No, it has some slightly difference, but the slightly different progression is not on the every instrument, but only couple instruments that I think the progression needs to be slightly different. For example, this one, I'm using like this one is the string sections. I'm using Spitfire Labs. And this one. The differences, I think, on the main chords, there's some little, like little chords in this one. I remove this one, I remove this part, and then try to connect with. So that's the slightly different variation. So yeah, I'm using the same instruments from the intro. The differences, I think, is on this part. I add the like the angelic pad sounds. I think the question is, how am I differentiate, like the intro, like the intro and the chorus when the parts is the same? I think the answer is what tension that you build on the chorus and the intro should be different. I think that's the tension should matters, because this one some slightly like like a little melody and little feels, like this one for example. This one, also this one, and then some this one. So I think the tensions really matters to like when the chorus and the intro, when both has the same instruments, same drums, or same structures. I think the differences should be the what tensions that differentiate between those two. So that's why I'm adding, like I'm adding some little melody in here, and then also this one. I'm adding some like, yeah. Oh yeah, and I add some like some long tenor saxophone. So yeah, and I add another like a brass and saxophone. and I add another like some saxophone. But initially these saxophones, it comes, like not fully loops, but some parts, like consist some parts, some notes. But I try to make my own, like loops. We using this different samples. This one, like I say you could make this one. I say like this. Yeah, you could actually try, like make something new like that. So yeah, and then for the loops, it's the melody. I'm using VPS Avenger, and then some WrestleMania. So yeah, that's a pretty simple melody, and then so this like a staggered sound, like boom boom. It direct references from Plastic Love again, because on the Plastic Love it has the same, like staggered feel melody. So that's why it's a direct references to them. So this one is interesting. It's actually from Emily's part. So initially Emily wrote these drums, like this drum pattern. So this one from Emily, and then when she sent it to me, I try to, like to incorporate with the Emily's idea and then my idea, and then try to, like find the like middle grounds just to make our ideas combine together. So in the end, I'm using Emily's fill. She makes some interesting drum fill in here. This one. Because I really like this fill, so I'm using this backup, this one. And so yeah, that's the drums. It came from Emily, and then it also come from my ideas, and then we try to like brainstorm together how the drums should sounds like, and then yeah, it's this one. It ended up in this one. So let's moving on the second verse. So on the second verse, on this verse, there's a slightly different between the like this section, this verse. There's a slightly differences. The differences was the drums. I think the drums like a just different tone because it has like some like some percussion in here. Meanwhile, on this verse, there's no like some percussion because the percussion starts from the pre-chorus, and then on this verse, the first the percussion starts from the first. And then the instruments still sound the same, but I add, like message crash and then some guitar loops. So it has the same, like same key, of course. And then I add another like melody, sound effect melody. And I add another samples. Even though these samples has like a different progression, but when you combine with the progression that I made, it will create some like some unique sounds. Yeah, so yeah, that's the second verse. It's pretty much the same, but the differences is just this one. So yeah, and then let's moving on the second pre-chorus. On the second pre-chorus, I want to make like the second pre-chorus different from the previous one, because on the previous one the tension is always be the tension, like to the chorus, and from this one I want to make like a slightly different variation. And this one I remove the drums, because the 4-bar. But if you guys have any question, or should I like explain, you could ask on the chat. I'm gonna answer it. The instruments, it still has the same instruments, piano, and then some like some interesting plugin there, and some ignition keys, and then some FM keys, and some piano. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mixed it up. So yeah, it's just the same instruments. So on this pre-chorus, I think the differences is this one. I want to make like a boom boom, dum dum pa, boom 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 pa, boom 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 pa, yeah, boom. So yeah, it just sounds like a Michael Jackson type beat. Like it's how Michael Jackson's how to like sounds like. I'm heavily influenced by Michael Jackson songs, so that's why it has incorporate so many Michael Jackson stuff in here. So on the second chorus, I think it's yeah that's the pre-chorus, and then let's moving on to the second chorus. As you can see by the tracks, it has the same, some elements, no differences, but the differences on the this design on the second chorus, the differences is on the vocals, because on the first chorus, the focus is just consists only one, like a main vocals. It just consists only one vocals, and then on the meanwhile on the second chorus, it consists like a two background, like almost three. It's three background vocals. This one, I'm putting it to the right, and then this one. And then this one. So when you combine all of those three, sounds like this. And then when you combine it with the main vocals, it will sound more wider. When you were wearing a headphones, the differences pretty much like night and day. So it, like these simples, like this little background focus really makes some difference. Yeah, that's the chorus, but the second chorus I add some vocals. Yeah, actually I could add these vocals to the first chorus, but I'm not adding the vocals because this specific parts I want to emphasize my melody. This one. I want to create some focus on the melody, so that's why I'm not adding the vocals. And then meanwhile on the second chorus, I'm adding, because you already hear the melody on the first chorus, so that's why you don't need to hear it again. So that's why I'm adding the vocals. So yeah, that's the differences between the second chorus is on the vocals, basically. And then let's moving on the breakdown parts, or the bridge part. So yeah, this is the mic signature key of this project. Wait, okay. I'm just drinking water. I'm sorry. So this one is pretty much different. It has some different progression and also different vibe. So when I wrote, like some bridge or breakdown part, I'm always, I keep in my mind, I always try to make like how to make some bridge part that when you like switch it up to like to the verse, it still makes sense. You know what I mean, right? So, for example, every chords that I mix is always you can replace it anywhere. For example, this one, like this one, for example, I actually could put this progression to the first, this one.
Stormy night, cloudy sky, in a moment you and I. One more chance, no other.
So that's the initial ideas, because I want to make my every progressions could be useful on any parts of my structure or my focus. So I want the initial idea was just that. So I had to create some this one, these chords. Well, I had to freestyle this one because it's so good. That's why I'm just messing around, but that's just how I work. Because I'm always freestyling on my like on my melodies to just to find that just to find the idea. Yeah, I'm using ignition keys in this one. Contact is my concert part is a free plugin. I'm using this one. What is control? It sounds so dreamy, not gonna lie, but that's how I want to make. I want that's the goal of my bridge or the breakdown, because I want that part to be more like a dreamy type sounds. So that's why it has it has some flying or dreamy feelings to it. So yeah, the last pre-chorus is basically from this pre-chorus, but it has less less instrument or less some stuff, because it's only consists of like a bass line, some interesting sliding bass line, and then some pianos, and then some ignition keys, my signature sounds, and then some FM keys, some FX loops. I'm not even using these samples because I'm not feeling it to put it on the bridge or breakdown part, so that's why I'm not I'm just gonna remove it.
Golden moon, diamond stars, in a moment we unite.
So yeah, on this last drum fills, last on the pre-chorus, I make some slightly different melodies in here. Like, even though you could barely like hear it on the mix, but it's there. And then let's moving on to the last chorus. So yeah, on the last chorus, I think yeah, the difference is pretty much night and day with the previous chorus. It basically because of the focus that I made, or that I try to experiment with it. This one, I experimented to focus this one. The first one, this was one. So I'm making this using like a melodic, but I'm gonna test it out with yeah, is it a melodic? I'm gonna test it out with a new tone. Because the melodic needs to record, but you can drag and drop on the melodic. So I'm using new tones, this one, to just to show you how I made with this one. The initial tone, I think. I'm chopping this one like this, and this. Like wait, I forgot the melody. I don't know. Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot how to make, but it's just that because usually when making this like a new melody, I was trying to humming myself like with the vocals. For example, like when I'm listening to this, like I was trying to like sing along with the vocals. I was just with me da 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 kagesira mo shiteiru. I just like to try to sing along. I made some harmonies with it. So that's how I made my like these vocals. I'm humming with my own sounds or my own voice, and then try to like mess it around with the like that like some melodyne or new tone like this one. I'm using melody, but it's more easy on melody depend. It's more easy on the melody, to be honest. So yeah, I'm creating two like harmonies. Then the second one is this. So yeah, that's the second harmonies. When you combine it with those two, it sounds like this. It's good, right? And then I'm blowing my mind when like creating these two because it sounds so good. Kind of like I'm proud of myself. I'm just like, how am I? How like how on earth did I come up with this idea? Like, it's just not making any sense. Like, it's just like I'm. It's like it feels like I'm on a flow state when creating this. And then I add some background vocals. So yeah, on this last chorus, I always think on the from the new jeans part, I always incorporate like some part changes between the vocals. Because this is a different member, and then this also different member, and the last one is also different. I'm always trying to try to mix like a part mix between the members, so that's why it sounds so like so new. Because this is clearly a honey sounds, and then I think this one, oh, this is a Minji sounds. So yeah, that's I think that's the last chorus, but there's a slightly different from what I use, from what I make all of my remixes, but because all of my remixes, when the song ends, I'm always using some methods, like a fade out methods, like the volume always goes down till the end, some fade out. But this one I'm not using these methods because I want to make something different, because this one it has some modern sounds, so that's why it doesn't have to be like that. That's why I'm using this some basic outro. So yeah, that's the outro part. So yeah, that's the project of these remixes. It it has so many ideas from two people. The Emily wants to be more like modern, and then mine's idea from my idea is just, it has to be more like it has it had to be have a nostalgia element to it, so that's why it has some modern sounds and then has some nostalgia sounds.
I don't know what we've done, take that I back it.
So let's see what chords that I made on my MIDI section. With my MIDI section? I forgot. This one. There's a ton of MIDI that I made in this. Like this one. Oh yeah, I think this is the initial chords. This I'm not using this one. You should know what these chords from. You should know. From those who knows. This is the OG. This is the OG Matt Prasty. For those who knows. And then I'm using the this one, and then oh, so this is the initial melody that I made. This is pretty funny. Not gonna lie though. I think this is for the I think when I made this melody, I think it should goes on to this section, I think. Yeah, that's the initial like melody before I scrap everything and just turn to be more like a more simple melody. So this is the initial melody that I made. So what if this sounds using my signature sounds, like signature leads? Let's see. I'm using sort XT, by the way. Let's add some patterns just to make this one. This MP. MP stands for Matt Prasty. Let's go. So yeah, that's the initial melody from this remix. It's pretty much different because I don't know why. I think the why I'm not using this melody, I think is the reason why I'm not using melody. I think it is too crowded. I think that's the reason, because I think this melody, like, it has some references with the vocals, like for example this part, like it has the same sound, like so. Like, no, it's a shiteiru. It's a shiteiru part.
I don't know what we've done, 되돌아가기 싫어. 너 시대를
So yeah, that's the initial melody, and then I'm end up using this one. Yeah, like it's very different. And then I'm using like I'm creating something different. Like I believe I create something like something new, but or I'm just tripping. I think this one. Oh yeah, it's this one. I think the initial this specific progression chord progression. I think this is for the initial idea. I think this is for the breakdown part or the bridge part. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not using that progression. I think because it doesn't fit with my vision on of the breakdown because I want to make more simple chord progression on this breakdown on the specific section. Wait, what is this one? I forgot. Oh, is the second first one. Oh, what is this? I forgot. I don't know why I wrote that I wrote that string. It's pretty weird. Yo, what is this? I forgot. I think that's the reason. I think that's the melody that I wrote. I don't know. I'm not using that, but I forgot. I think that's the initial idea of my like of my MIDI. Or the bass line. Or is that melody? So that's the basically the whole structures. So let's talk about the how I mix my like this one. So I'm surprised that I'm not like have on my heavily mixed this one because I don't know, but for example this one the kick is not heavily mixed well, to be honest. Like you could hear it. It's pretty dry and well. But I don't know. When it could be I could be improve this kick, but I don't know. It's when it sounds good, like it's good. Like I don't need to change it to be more like uh quote unquote mix, like a good mix. You know what I'm saying? Because this one I'm using like it's only on mono. I'm not adding anything on this mixing track. I'm not using anything. Like, is it that I forgot to mix? I don't know, but I think back then I think bro, it's 2024, bro, when I wrote this. Today is 2026. So I think back then when I wrote this, maybe my initial thought was, this sounds good. Let's keep it that way. Maybe that's the idea. And then what's this one? I'm not using this second. Oh, it's this a hi-hat. It's only consists of, you know, like some push on high mid and then low. I'm putting down on the high, and then I'm using only. So basically, I'm using simple, not so, you know, like some extraordinary mixing technique. Like, for example, on the guitar part, I'm using like some FL Studio basic plugin for the chorus, some, I mean, like some EQing, and then some guitar rig. Okay, some EQ from guitar, and then compressor limiter. What is this? I think. Whoa, is the the text near by arcade, but it's a reverb. I think it's bugged. But this isn't the near by arcade. What? The reverb is this one. Where's my reverb? This one. This is my reverb. It's weird. I think it's bugged. And this is I'm using delay. Sound Goodizer. I'm using Sound Goodizer, guys. Sound Goodizer is a good plugin. I'm doing this creatively because I think it was the first song that I encountered of your last year. So yeah. I don't know. I think the magic was the you know, like the flow state of this project. I think that's the magic, because it's not intentionally, everything is not intentionally, but unintentional everything that it is project. So it just goes through there. It just goes through this. It just goes through my mind. Everything is not intentional in this project, or basically everything is not intentional of my works. That's why I had to take time when, you know, like when I'm producing every content that I make. I'm always take time. Sorry for that. Yes, okay, it's okay. Sound Goodizer is good plugin, guys, when you use it correctly. I'm using compressor, reverb. I think this one is for the chords, right? Oh yeah, it's for the piano. Sound Goodizer is good, guys. And then some reverb. Oh, wait. This is crazy. I'm not even mixing the bass line. I'm not even mixing the bass part. That's crazy. I think I mixed that bass. Yo, look at this. Because I'm just lowering the volume. There's no like effect on the mixer. And there's no mixing on the bus. That's crazy. Yo, what? That's crazy. I'm not even mixing the bass line. But but I don't know, somehow it turns out so good. I don't know what's the magic with it. It's a miracle. From the producer perspective. I'm not even mixing everything here. That's crazy. Oh, what else? I'm using reverb. What is this? Oh, it's the I think it's, wait. Oh, it's the lead part. I'm using super VHS for the, you know, like, I don't know what sound make this plugin make. I think it's similar to like some chorus and dimension expander. And I add some chorus, this one. And I put some, you know, this is bad mixing, guys. Don't do this. Always use like some cut, guys. Like this one. Don't use that I use, guys. It's not good, guys. Don't use that one. Use this one. Use this type You know, when you cut, when you want to be, when you like low cut this one, always use this one. Don't just drag this one. Don't just drag this. No, that's not good. Use this one, guys. And then I'm using like some fresh air. Yeah, this for the lids. Yeah, I believe I'm not missing anything. That's crazy. So I'm yo, what am I doing, bro? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, it is good. It's good. I don't know. Am I lazy? Am I too lazy? Or it's just this good? And everything. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the toms. Yeah, I put some saturation on the toms. And what sound limiter is this? Oh, I think it's the different toms. I think this is for the fills. What vital is this? Oh, I also put some stereo shaper, like to be more to get the instrumental more wider, and some guitar. I think this is the guitar sample part, and then this is bass channel, and then widers. It's from Polyverse. It's a free plugin, guys. You should use it. I'm recommending that. And then some simple EQing, some pancake. This one, it's just I think it's this one. It's used for this specific. Where's my? Oh, this one. I think it's for this one. Let's play it. I'm gonna play it. Yeah, it is for this one. This specific samples. It's it sounds like a fairy, like some magical type sound. And then whoa, what is this? Oh, I think it's the second vocal sound effects, I guess. Yeah. I think it's for this one. Yeah. No. It's this one. Whoa. Yeah. It's for this one. Yeah, I'm using chorus, some warming preset, and then reverb, and then some telephone mixing type sound. Using these specific frequencies to make that telephone, like some telephone effect. Whoa. I think I'm not using this chorus. I'm just turning off. Super features, I'm not using it, and then some delays. And then this is the harmonies for the vocals. I'm panning to the left and then panning to the right. And then this is the bus. Oh, I'm not even mixing it. That's crazy. I'm not, I mean, like, I'm not EQing. I think this kick chorus, I'm not using it, but I don't know why it's here. But I'm using this the Nexus part. This the capella, maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that's everything. I think that's everything for this project. Yo, this project's successfully, bro. This project's hitting so hard on the summer. Actually, fun fact, this project, when I released this Supernatural, I think I'm late for like 1 or 2 months after the release, I think. Yeah, I think I'm late couple months, and then on the third, I think the let me check on Spotify. The Supernatural new genes. Wait, Super uh Supernaturals. I think it's 2024 June. Yeah. I'm late by like I'm 2 months late to I think 2 or 3 months, I think. I don't know why I'm late remixing the Supernaturals, but I don't know why when I'm releasing the Supernatural, it doesn't get any like doesn't get much traffic, like like some views. Back then it's just like uh I I I remember I took 10K views a week, I guess, a week or uh I think yeah, I think a week or second week. But then I don't know why, but it's on June 2025 or May 2025. This thing blows up like very blows up very hard, like blows up very crazy. Now it's almost yeah, now it's 1 million views, and that's crazy achievement right there. I mean, all of my remixes always like has had a slow start, but it will always some time to like to get the people attention at the what I mean, like my remixes always take time because it's city pop, like not always like it's not trendy genre music like electronic, like EDM or house music nowadays. My city pop, like it takes times to reach people, to the wider audience. So that's why every my remixes slowly, like for example, I think the Hard Rock Lemon Tanks, I think now is 30K. Yeah, I released it in July 1st. Yeah, I think July 1st week. Yeah, July 1st week. Yeah. I think it's a slow start, but it will it will find the place to get like to the people. Yeah, I think city pop is more like a seasonal genre, not some uh when it's only last 6 months. It's not that type of genre. That I think it's a city pop is a seasonal genre. When people crave nostalgia, they always like tend to back to the like some 80s 90s music. So that's why I think it's safe to say that city pop or the like disco new jack swing is a timeless genre. I think that's my take because it has those like some nostalgia feeling right on the songs. So like some, for example, on the K-pop industry, like I think it's back then like 20, like on the generation 3 or gen 4, there's a new jack swing, and then on the like on the current generation there's a new jack swing sounds again. It's a genre that never dies. Basically 80s, like 80s city pop is about basically like 80s, but mainly specifically for Japan or Korea or South Korea. Uh, and some disco, synth pop. I think those kind of genre is it has a long like a longevity. Like it has a long lifetime longevity. Basically a timeless genre. It can never dies, but people always find when they need that feeling or that they needed that sounds. People always come back to it. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm still on city pop because I love city pop. Because I love city pop, and then people also love my city pop, so that's why you know we built the like quote unquote city pop community maybe. Yeah, yeah, I'm just yapping, bro. So do you have any question, or should I like explain something more in this project? You could ask. I'm gonna play some chords in there, in this. Like, no. I'm gonna play only chords and then. Oh wait, I'm gonna play the third part. Yeah. So do you guys have any question? Like you could ask on the live chat, so I could answer. So I could answer it. So this version is as the same, like the same project.
Stormy night.
You know, like I don't. True. That's probably why I said about popped up like that again in the past few years. I just got into K-pop because of New Jeans. Yeah. So I was so glad discovering, like I said, about myself K-pop song. Eh, Yeah, thank you for that. And so yeah, basically, yeah, that's I agree with that. Like, uh, for example, I think the initial, like the holy grail of city pop is like, like you could name it like Plastic Love, like, and then some uh a Bay City. This is called there's a song called Bay City, and then Right on Time. Those three songs are I think those three songs are the most popular city pop. Oh, I also forgot Stay With Me, and then Andre. Was it Andre song? I'm not listening to Andre so much again. I Can't Stop the Loneliness, and then Last Summer Whisper. So yeah, I think those songs were the most popular songs on the city pop industry, I guess now. And yeah, but I think the Holy Grail was the top three was, let's say the most popular one. I think the top three, the most popular. I think, yeah, the Plastic Love and Miki Masubara Stay With Me and Andre. There's a good song. There's a good song on Ari. Wait, I think it's between Remember Summer Days and I Can Stop the Loneliness. I think those three songs were the most popular songs the most popular city pop song that people listening to it. Hello, hello, hello. I think, yeah, those three songs were the most popular. I think I saw the like a cheese some projects that I made. I think, where's this? This is a project that I made. No, I don't think I'm gonna show it to you guys. But wait, I could. Let's see. Let's see. I think this is good. This is a project that, like, I wrote some demos in the city pop genre, in the city pop, but I think you guys could like it though. It's still on progress of my wedding. It's still loading. Yeah, the project still loads. I'll be a pretty, pretty place. Wait, let me see. Does the project showed up? Let me see the stream again. Let's see. I think the project showed up, I guess. Wait, okay. So she showed up. Okay. I'm just checking the streams. So this the initial, like, this is the demo that I wrote for quote unquote someone, like for the artist, but I cannot show it yet. This one sounds like this. So I remind you guys, this is a demo. This is not the final product. So you could So you go expect this had more rough sounds because this is a demo and this is not the final product. We can blame the sounds getting people into city pop and test those lure. To city pop, I found one of my favorite artists. Tatsuri Yamashita. Yes, the godfather of the city pop. Tatsuri Yamashita-san. Yeah, that's also my favorite one. That's the goat. That's why he's the goat. The goat. Yeah, that's the goat. That's the goat. Tatsuri Yamashita-san. You should. I recommend some news like a good song from Tatsuri Yamashita. It's called Tatsuri Yamashita. Get Back in Love. Get Back in Love. That's a great sound. Suki Pangkas. Terima kasih Suki. Yeah, he's the goat. Yeah, you should listen to Get Back in Love. Those are very good songs. That sounds very good. But people slept on that. That's very good sounds. So this I think this demo is initially is for I think this for different from by less of them. So it should be sound like this one. Collab band Tatsuro-san. Yo, I wish that would be like a life-changing moment right there. Like I could like there's a goal right there. Yeah, so yeah, that's the initial idea for this demo. But I also wrote my, like quote unquote my voice in here. So please like I'm sorry this sound my voice sounds as well. Sorry, bro. Sorry. So I'm sorry in advance though. Now I'm gonna I'm sorry. No. No, I was just saying I'm gonna play my voice in here. So as no. I'm gonna play it. Wait. Alright, cool, but I'm gonna lower it 1% so you guys could not hear it. No, I'm just humming this one. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Yeah, that's my voice. I just this is just how I like I want to create some melodies for the vocals. But it's just I'm just throwing gibberish on there. Just like maybe I'm home, trying to get to you home tonight. Just maybe I'm home, making all this all the night. Just maybe I'm home. I'm just throwing gibberish like there. There's no meaning of that. But I like this part though. This is good. I think the lyric was when in my head is like all the time all the time all the time trying to make it mine, all the time, all my life. Yeah, I think yeah, that's the lyric. Make you my girl. My favorite song was Sparkle. Probably not the whole take. Yeah. Sparkle is so good. Yeah, especially the guitar part. That's the iconic part. Listening right now. With the voice like that, you should raise your own song, bruh. I'm not confident enough to raise my, my own song. Yeah, but I'm thinking about that though. But I think this year I'm gonna release my new songs, especially basically I'm gonna debut my voice, or I'm just debuting. Yeah, I think this year I'm gonna debut my artist name. I think it's time to debut my Prasty City Pop. Yes, first single City Pop. I think I think it's the time. I think I'm still finding my demo that fits for the debut. Yes, please. It's your own song. Yes. I'm gonna try it. So I'm instead using the same guitar sample. I don't know why this song sounds so good. I think this specific. I don't know why, but I think this. What is this?
No sunshine.
Oh, no. And I'm gonna. It's HG. XG. Because this member, bro, I'm a man. Wait, I think the chat should be wrong though. Wait, hold on a second. I think my stream element should change. I'm gonna change later. Wait, I'm still thinking how my the melody should be sound on this pre-chorus. Yes, on this pre-chorus. I'm still thinking about that. I think it should be like. Do you guys know hypes like HYBS and Vim or James Allen? I think I want to make like that that's those I think those basically are duos, but they now separate this. The James Allen's now single basically is James Allen, and then Vim is like it is one of the members of the Hypes. I think that's those two guys were my inspirations. Like basically on writing for my own solo. Yeah. I think those two guys were my inspiration. It sounds so. Yeah, it should be also be on the chorus. Yes. Baby, I'm home. I think the second chorus will be like. "Oh, this will be like, baby, I'm home. Baby, I'm home." No. I think these parts. All the times make you mad all the time. I think this should be like not for the main vocal. I think this should be the ad libs. I think. Yeah, I think this should be ad libs. Like, yeah, maybe. Let's try. Mm, yeah. Yeah, this should be the ad libs, not for the melody though. But it sounds all good. Not gonna lie. I think I like my like my gibberish right there. I think the initial lyric. I think this specific part. We get closer every time to us. I think we get closer every time. Singing. I think that's the we get closer every time. No. I think no, it's not closer, but we always are. I think it's between the argue or we can argue good as we can argue all the time. I think the initial lyric verse we always argue all the time. But we always argue all the time. But baby, I'm home. Yeah, I think that's the initial lyric. But I think the initial like the meaning of the lyrics about what in my head was like when you have when you have like a soulmate, right, or a partner, or you have maybe have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or I don't know, maybe like a husband or wife. We always argue all the time, right? Like we always argue over simple thing, like over like maybe like you forgot something, or maybe you just likely like make a mistake, right? We always argue all the time. That's why we always argue all the time. But I'm here always. But my home is you, but your home is me. So we should like fix this together, not by like But I think that's the meaning. There's I think on every soul or part or like soulmate, there is always there's a like a moment where we always argue like or fight or fight, but in the end we always like try to say sorry to each other or something like that. But I think because I think that's that's called love, right? I think that's the meaning. But yeah, I think that's it went in my head. That's why these words come out when I'm singing gibberish on this project. Yeah, I think that's yeah. So, whoa, it's 2 hours of stream, bro. So, do you have any questions? Maybe. Okay. Do you guys any question or maybe something to ask? I'm gonna play some music. What music should I play to answer the question? Hmm, is there instrumental that I made? Oh, okay. But I'm gonna play instrumental. The usual stuff. So standing next to you. I think for live stream I think I'm gonna try to like start to like live stream more, maybe some something like this, live producing, or maybe some gaming in the future. Yeah, probably that. I'm gonna start like not to be a part-timer live streamer. Yeah, there's an interesting like some question. Someone asked me a question that, yo, bro, you should like this is someone that I know. Oh, sorry, what am I saying? Do you mean like explaining behind the scene? Okay. Now, bro, it's 2 hours, bro. Yeah, I could, but I think the house we said about remix. I think you should. Maybe the next stream. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like that. That's the schedule for the next stream. Where was I thinking? Friendly CGTV Stacy. Please? Oh, okay. Oh. Friendly Stacy CPT. Okay. Soon. I'm good. Sabar. Right, I'm gonna taking on members first. How much membership do I get? Yo, Ton Punche. Yo, bro. Thank you for the members, bro. You're the first DG Destiny Squad, man. You're the first, man. Yo, the OG. You're the OG, bro. You're the OG member because bro. You're the first, like a second tier, bro. That's crazy, bro. Thank you, bro. You're the first the DG Destiny Squad, bro. Like the first one. The OG, bro. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, I forgot. I remember. Some the people that that know me ask me something like people in real life like ask me, bro, you should make like a course like some program for like, and then to teach people how to make like maybe music or something like that. My answer was I don't know. I'm not like like capable enough to teach people, like to to mentor people to like producing like that, because I'm still learning, bro. I'm not that I'm not that good actually. I'm not that like I'm not that high level, bro. I'm not even from it. I don't even have a music, like music. Don't have a music background. I don't have a music like I don't have music background. I don't have education in music, bro. My education was not in music, bro. I graduate my bro, I graduate from like uh science data, bro. Data science, like programming and stuff. I'm not from music industry, bro. That's the answer for to the people that I know that ask me like that. That ask me that question, because I'm not capable. Like I don't have any like some music background to teach people like that. I don't have any like curriculum like or some like material or something like that, because I don't comfortable teaching people when I'm not like basically like I don't have a license basically to teach people. So that's why. So there's a couple comments on my YouTube video, like I mean my YouTube channel, like, bro, please make a course or something like that. I'm gonna pay you or no, bro. I'm not opening like that, bro. Yeah, I could teach you, but charging people. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I don't have a license. I feel bad, bro. No, because I don't have a license to teach people, and I'm not capable enough. It's California, baby. I can open some different project. I guess. Wait, I'm not showing anything, right? Okay, I'm not showing anything. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I was just thinking for a second. Maybe I'm gonna open some, like, maybe, uh, wait. Wait, what is this? No, just no change. Oh, no. That's a secret. That's a secret. No, I cannot show it in this stream. California. Oh yeah, maybe I could show you some different like Wait. Wait, what is no, it's not. I think I could show you probably my underrated project that is always it's been released to the public, but it's underrated. You can see it on my Spotify though. I think it's called Sparkle on the Dance Floor. I think I'm gonna show it here. My project. Na, na. Do you guys play Powerwood, guys? No. I'm thinking playing Powerwood. I'm gonna play maybe I do. This time I want. I'm sorry, I'm not musician myself, so I don't know what to ask right now. But I'm thinking I'm to make this a big song. Magician, because I thought the part of the no, it's okay, bro. I'm not. But the question is not for it's not specifically for like the production. You can ask me anything, like maybe for example, what games do I play? Like it's not just specific for music, bro. No, it's not. It's not that. It not has to be that question. Maybe it's a simple question. Hey, this one. Let me show you this one. Let me show you the world. Na 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 na. Okay, this one. Do you get into K-pop or K-pop first? That's a good question. For this question, I'm gonna answer. I'm into the K-pop first, and then I'm to the K-pop. But there's a slight like a gap between that, because before the K-pop, I'm into the EDM music, like basically like future bounce, future house, like, and then hardstyle, techno, melody techno, like back in maybe 20, maybe like 2000, starting from 2015, 16, maybe, I guess, till 2019. Yeah, I think it's no. It's until 2018. That's when I'm before the city pop and K-pop. That's what I'm to it. The EDM era, like Martin Garrix, Mesto, Mike Williams, Headhunters, and then Tiesto, Afrojack, and so on. And Casimir, I forgot about that. Casimir. And then I think that's when EDM become like, I don't have like I want to make I don't want to listen to something different, and then I listen to city pop, and then that's I listen to city pop. I think before EDM, I always listen to city pop, but there's a because the EDM era, like become trending. The back in 2000, like maybe 16, 17, yeah, and that's when I really listened to city pop again, and then I started listening to EDM, and then after 5 years, I started listening to city pops, and then the K-pop came. I think my first K-pop song that I like was, wait, I still I do I still remember? I think it's when I was in college, I guess. Yeah, I think it's when I was college. Oh yeah, I still remember. It's uh it's a BTS. It's a BTS song. It's a BTS song. BTS DNA. Yeah, that's my first favorite songs. And then I got into Twice, and then I got into God Sevens, and then I got into do I Icon? Yeah, I got into EXO, and then it sounds like a rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. I got into everything, and then so this is how K-pop sounds like, and then start from there. I started like liking K-pop. I think it's yeah, it's just it's It's from yeah, that's my first songs that I K-pop listen. My K-pop song that I listened to was BTS DNA. Yeah. DNA. Ah, ah, 영원한 전에 하니까. My favorite song from BTS was uh like yeah, it's song. There's a song called like same. I just said about Infinite Funk the same, bro. And I listened some K-pop before, but never done to it before last year with New Jeans. And now I'm a rebel of K-pop. Yeah, but but my, I don't know, bro. But my advice for you when it's rabbit hole, maybe you should start to listening some, like some a niche K-pop artist, bro. Like maybe but that is a niche, but now it's getting popular. It's all there's a group called Resin, RESCENE. I like those groups so much, very much. Those groups has very, like some very good discography and songs. That group incredible, amazing. 2022, 2020, and to suffer for further. Oh, okay. Yeah. But you should listen BTS song called Like. Yeah, that's it. Don't wanna be fool, wanna be cool, wanna be loved. But when you say love, baby, I want it. That's the song. I like that. And then another BTS song. It's my favorite BTS song is always the old version. I like Run. I like I Need You, specifically I Need You Japanese version. Those, because I don't know why the lyrics very good, and I like the baby baby 그대는 가람에 막히어도 여전히. There's a song called Coffee. I like that. It's from RU. No, yeah, it's these are the songs come from Are You Late Too? The second, I think it's the the second album from the BTS. I like that. Yeah, that's the song. I like that. Baby, baby, 그대는 가람을 먹이었다. I like that. And then I think the other for the girl group, I think that's what I like the most. Yeah, like New Jeans. I like New Jeans very much. And probably outside New Jeans, other than New Jeans, probably for the K-pop. Yeah, I also like the from too. And then yeah, I like Twice. I like Eyelid. I think I like most of the girl groups right now, especially the old groups though, like FX, like Water Girls. I like that so much. I like some niche K-pop artists. I recommend are the Haru and the Deep. Yeah, that's the Deeps. Yeah, bro. Nah, like, I listen to the Deep. The, she has a very good song. Especially like I think the title song was the Deep. No, it's not Makeup. I think the Deep. I'm like, oh, it's Papi. This is a song called Papi. That's a good song. It's by the Deep. Probably my old groups. My old boy group, probably like Shiny. Oh, I'm curious. It's like, this one, Shiny. I'm curious, yeah. Such a sleep. Ring ding dong, and then shiny replay. Yeah, like this replay. Sumi, yeah, like Sumi. Bro, I forgot something. From His Nine, bro. You should listen to From His Nine. So I think that's it. Yeah, Puppy is her best songs. So good, yeah. True. True. Can I get a true in the chat? Yes, that's the truth. I don't know, but I play Spotify, it show up on my screen though, but I open my file manager, it's not opening. It's weird. Any believers in the chat? I gotta check, edit my stream elements first. Because bro, sorry, bro, but my streaming setup is not that good because I really, like a live stream. No. Edit this one, maybe this good. No. Yeah, that's good now. I gotta set my YouTube chat first. Nah, ya so. Aku tak gambar. By the way, don't, if you like, I tell you that my genre before K-pop is city pop was EDM, right? If you search my, like my old content, it was all EDM, bro. You could see it. You could, listen to it. But I'm gonna tell you, beware. It's almost like 50%, but no, maybe like 70%. It's not good. It sounds so ass, bro. Just beware of that. My EDM era was trash. My super song remix, I'm gonna say remix made yours by myself. My favorite remix of myself probably was that's a tough question. I'm not. This is some strange answer, but I'm gonna say it. But my favorite was until now. Was Red Velvet, Peekaboo, City Pop Remix by me. Those were my favorite. I don't know till now, bro. That's my favorite remix. Yeah, I think that's remix was 3-4 years ago. When I think yeah. Wait, yes. Yeah. The Peekaboo was 4 years ago. Those were my favorite ones. I don't know. Maybe it's because when I wrote this, when I remixed the Peekaboo by Red Velvet, I think I had so much time, like when remixing this song. That's why this was my favorites. But maybe it could change in the future, maybe. Or yeah, maybe. Like now, currently, my favorite was Peekaboo by Red Velvet. My City Pop remix. That was like it's almost 3 years ago. 2023, I guess. Yeah, I think it's 2023. Yeah, that's it. You should check it out, bro. It's a good song though. Okay. I just checked that the next, the next content that gonna join the 1 million club was New Jeans House with. It's gonna hit the million. But I'm just thinking about that. I'm so lucky to have you guys. That satisfaction. Satisfaction. Wait, where's my rather than this one? No. Yeah. Yeah, it was 2023. About Peekaboo. 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 Oh yeah, I know another reason why Peekaboo was my favorite. I think it's because when I would pick up the initial idea, like the instrumental was I wrote this back in 2019 or 2020, I guess. Yeah. I wrote back in 2020. Yeah. I remember that. I remember that I wrote in 2020. I mean, it's crazy. I remember I wrote that with my friends because we both also listen to city pop, and then me and my friends that were like, bro, yo, bro, let's learn how to make city pop. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And then that's how the ideas was. The ideas was very different from this or from the release version at this. I think. Yeah. Did I still have it? Can I? Should I check? I think I'm gonna check. The ideas was it should be here, right? I think it's for the house one. How did I check? Wait. Oh yeah. This is the idea, Russ. This is the idea that me and my friend has made back in 20. Let me check. 2020. 24 August 2020. This was the initial idea. Yeah, this is the initial idea from my Peekaboo Silver remix. So from this to this. Well, it took 3 years. Baby Pikachu, baby, oh, baby Pikachu, Peekaboo. Yeah, that took 3 years. 2020. I wrote back in 2020. I touched it. I opened the project again. I think back in 2022, and then finished in 2023. Yeah, I think that's the timeline. Those greeting songs still take long for you. It depends. It depends what the song's for. For example, when I wrote songs, maybe like for the project, maybe like for official project, probably it took longer, or maybe shorter. It depends on how the deadlines that they give it to me. And then for the remix, like the usual city pop remix, I think it nowadays, because I like I set my bar higher than before. Like every releases that I make on YouTube, I always set the bar higher than before. So that's why it will always take longer. Sometimes maybe a week, sometimes maybe 2 weeks, a week or two, a week or two. But probably like for remix, 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks max, I guess. And for yeah, I think yeah, that's why it took longer than was like back in 2 3 years ago. Like 2022, 2023, and 2024, I released like city pop song, two city pop song in the same week. That's crazy, bro. Nowadays I cannot even do it, bro. Because back then I always think like, oh, this. I'm still experimenting like how the city pop should sound like, and I'm still like a grasping, like a blind grasping how the city pop sounds like, and then yeah, and now I got the formula and how the workflow, so that's why it takes longer than it used to. Yeah, that's why it took probably like my whole probably my the whole the longest project that I made, probably the longest remix that I made was like it it almost took a month. I believe it was I forgot, but there's a there's a city pop remix that almost took a month, the whole month. Yeah. I still remember that. It almost took a whole month because it was so stressful, bro. It was so hard. The focus, the structure, so hard. Bro, what the hell? But I like the songs though. That's why it make it so challenging. So hard. Yo, the fuse 3267. 67. Mm, mm, mm. Because like I said, I'm not driving sometimes not how far, but I went to introducing one song to other. Listen, like this is the confusing. Nah, but it's understandable, bro. It's understandable. It's okay. It's okay. It's understandable because sometimes it do sounds confusing. Yeah. I guess it's not just practice. Yes, everything is every. I think every aspect of life needs some practice. Like I think I started like messing around with the. This is my FL Studio was my first GHW. My first. I think my teacher back in like my junior high school introduced me to the class like, yeah, kids, this some new software is called Fruity Loop. Back then it's called Fruity Loop, not FL Studio. It's called Fruity Loop. I think Fruity Loops 11, I don't know, maybe a Fruity Loop 9, maybe, I don't know. I think the teachers my teacher like introduced the software. This it's create. He said that the software could create music, and then he demonstrated like the beat, like the basic FL Studio beat, and then I think that was back in 2011, I guess. But yeah, that's in 2011 or 2010, I guess. Yeah, that's the time where I think it's kind of like a butterfly effect. Yeah, I think yeah, it's kind of like butterfly effect because if my teacher doesn't doesn't show show me to the class that there's a software called FL Studio, I think there's no there's no us like communicating like this. There's no math Prasty. Or maybe I work something else. Maybe I could be programming, like maybe a software developer. But yeah, I think that's the like some kind of butterfly effect. Yeah, so from there I'm just messing around and I go to my teacher. Hey sir, can I like can I get the software, like the copy of the software? And he said, yeah, you could. And I try to install it to my laptop and then mess it around. And yeah, and now that's what Prasty came from. It's from my teacher introducing me to FL Studio. Because I'm a curious type of person because if it's intrigues me, I'm gonna like want to know about that. Yeah, because I can draw, I can like maybe I can sing, I can dance. Berarti you record apa ya? Bang bagian gitar itu di record sendiri bagaimana? Bagian. Oh, ini dah. Enggak ini sampel tapi aku chop-chop gitu. Jadi aku bikin sendiri basically kayak style gue sendiri. Now you're here listening to thank you Mr. Teacher. Yeah, some cool aspect of life there. Mulai titik 20-an. Titik 20-an. Ya, ini kan? So this is sample. Jadi ini sample. Ini full sample. And then I chop it like a slicing. Slice every notes. And then I build it up to match with my baseline. Oh, the supernatural. Oh, I thought the supernatural. Kepikiran nih, benar. Yeah, I totally get the curiosity because I like it. Like last year when I was in math, like music, like done right now. Yeah, I think that's like some like there's a maybe for people that have a creative mind like us, tends to like yeah, like take like the curiosity takes us like instantly. Like it will create like maybe it will open us different like like ways of thinking or maybe ways of like a few for people like who interested in art like us. Yeah, still opening the supernatural. It's simpler to run. To run. Going on hungry. But it takes so long, bro. Yo, how much plugin did I use? Oke. T20. Oh, ini. This one. Sample. Yeah, basically my signature sample. Maybe this one. No. Oh, from plugin Real Random. Terus dikasih MIDI chordnya. Jadi kayak gini. Sorry if I'm speaking Indonesian juga sama as me in Indonesian. It's 3 hours, bro. That's crazy. I'm tired. That's crazy. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna stream again, probably at the same time at this hour. Maybe it's I'm gonna explain how I made house with the REMIX because that's yeah, I think I never explained the house with because that's kind of intricate project. Atau aku kira rekas ini bang bisa tergantung pluginnya. Sebenarnya bisa pakai ini, bisa pakai kontak juga kalau ya. Nah, kontak. Nah, bisa pakai kontak terus ke pakai aja software namanya plugin namanya Strategy 3.5 status bisa pakai ini. Tinggal main siapa aja. Tergantung main ya harus itu eksperimen sendiri tapi biasanya aku pakai ini kontak juga. Bisa kalau gini habis itu di randomize no humanize file no tools humanize and then berarti itu iya bener harus bentuk job. Tapi kalau ada plugin yang bisa nge-generate rhythmnya bisa pakai itu aja. Tapi lebih bagusnya lagi tetap harus shopping sendiri. Ya kayak gini tapi harus main ini. Kayak gini terus mainkan timing. Play the timing. Nah gitu. Ya betul lah. Ini pakai kontak 8. Terus ini servernya gratis, bisa di download. Terus pakai, saya pakai yang ini. What K-pop girls are song would you recommend? I'm listening to K-pop right now. Probably old songs, probably like Shiny. Big Bang is okay. Got 7. Yes, got 7. TXT, yeah, it's TXT. You should listen to TXT. So yeah, I think it's was 3 hours. I'm gonna like end the stream. Tomorrow we probably, yeah, probably tomorrow I'm gonna stream again at the same time. Probably like more probably like more earlier than today. Probably earlier than today. Probably like I'm gonna start. Okay, earlier might be like 1 hour. So thank you guys for watching. And if you guys any like question, you could leave it in the comment down below. And see you on the next stream, guys. Thank you guys.